Welcome to Smiley Bros 3. I'm Tyler.
And I'm Trey.
Tommy's not here once again. He was studying. So we were going to do a review on the video where the girl, you tell her a word and she says it backwards. Like, they tell her, I can't remember what they tell her, but
big words.
They tell her words and she says it backwards. I remember one kid, he said, dog, God, dude. But they weren't that easy. But we were going to do it. Then it ends up being on Today's Show this morning. So she's already went super popular, and I'm not going to be mainstream and say the exact same jokes that everyone already has. So instead, I decided that we'll just tell Trey, I've challenged him that I'll give him a word and he will say it backwards. Race car.
Race car.
Good.
Ooh.
So that was one. So throughout this video, I'll just say a random word and he'll be like, and then backwards. But instead, we're going to also talk about two other videos. One in which was on the side panel of the original video. It was 100-year-old plays Game Boy Nintendo. So I clicked on it. It's this 100-year-old woman. She is playing her DS, and she swears by it. She swears that she feels younger. She's like, I feel 80 years old. And let me tell you what, get it, Grandma. She looks young. But I don't want any of that. No, none of you, Grandma. But, they also show like a stack of her video games. And, it's like Sudoku and every which game that your grandparents play that you never want to see ever in your real life. No. It's like everything on a newspaper. Instead, but you cannot play, I find it impossible, you cannot play a Nintendo game you cannot play your Game Boy without Mario Kart or Zelda. You cannot play without Zelda. Come on, you can't. Zelda.
It's impossible. It's not right.
You just can't play without it. Snake.
Ekans.
Good.
2 for 2.
2 for 2. But yeah, it was just like, hey, game. And she even promotes. She's like, I promote Nintendo for kids in school. So if that's not a marketing ploy, go Nintendo.
She's embracing technology, unlike some other older people.
Yeah, our grandparents have problems.
They don't even have cable.
That's true.
Maybe we're too attached to TV, but I don't know.
It takes my grandma a hard time with cable. She will not buy it. The other video I was going to talk about, and I was also on the sidebar. Can you imagine? There's a lot of videos on these sidebars. Thank God I have something to talk about. This dog gives receipt. It's pretty easy. But I'm now losing my train of thought. But now, in this video, there's this nurse or something. She's like a receptionist. She trains the dog to fetch the paper out of the printer, which, mind you, is 2 feet away. An average arm can reach 3. Do you know one? Okay, anyway, so the dog gets the paper, hands it to her, or mouths it to her, whatever dogs do, and she does something to it. She staples it, gives it to the dog, and the dog runs out the door and hands it to the guy who was directly in front of the woman. Now, I understand the creativity of this, but I'm not you just hand it. No need to train dogs for that. Keep them at home. That guy, the guy who's watching, he's like, oh, son of a, well, you could say the bad word because it replies to dogs, but, he's like, oh, my receipt is soggy. Gross.
Thanks, lady. Thanks.
Yeah. Cobra.
Arbok.
Good. He's really good at this. We should put him on Today's Show. So we're up to 4 minutes now. I promise we won't go anymore. I swear we're going to sign off because our last video was like 6 minutes and that was ridiculous. Ridiculous. So, signing off, you got anything more to say?
Before we sign off, can you post down there the 2 Pokemon references that were made in this video?
Yeah. Did you catch them?
Did you catch them? Gotta catch them all.
Gotta catch the quotes. Alright, that was kind of the corny game of the day. But, signing off. Thanks.
Later, guys.